France is located on the western edge of Europe. It is the second largest country in Europe, with the fifth largest population in Europe as well. Most people associate French culture with Paris, which is a center of fashion, cuisine, and architecture. But life outside of the City of Light is very different and varies by region. There are a number of languages of France. The French language is by far of the most widely spoken and the only official language of France. But several region languages are also spoken to varying degrees. Other languages are spoken by substantial percentage of population due to immigration.
Individualistic and collectivistic. France is an individualist society. Parents make their children emotionally independent regarding groups in which they belong. This means that one is only supposed to take care of oneself and one's family. When they with people outside of their social circle, the French are formal and courteous. France's distinguished individuality is an important cultural characteristic that describes the French passion for uniqueness and freedom of opinion.
Masculine and feminine. With a score of 43, France has somewhat feminine culture. At face value, this may be indicated by its famous welfare system, the 35-hour working week, 5 weeks of holidays per year, and its focus on quality of life. French culture in terms of model has, however, another unique characteristic. The upper class score feminine, while the working class scores masculine. This characteristic has not been found in other countries.
Uncertainty avoidance. French culture scores high on uncertainty avoidance. This is clearly evident in the following. The French don't like surprises. Structure and planning are required before meeting and negotiations. They like to receive all necessary information. As a consequence, the French are good in developing complex technologies and systems in a stable environment, such as in the case of nuclear power plants, rapid trains, and the aviation industry.
Power distance. According to Hofstede's dimension statistic, France scored 68 on the Power Distance Index, or PDI, which indicates that the French people adopt a high power distance. In France, society is organized according to the social status and professional abilities. This means that French society has a high degree of acceptance, which underprivileged citizens accept and expect the inequality distribution power and prejudice extraction.
Time perspective. France is a long-term oriented society. This dimension describes how people in the past as well as today relate the fact that so much of what happens around us cannot be explained. In societies with a normative orientation, most people have a strong desire to explain as much as possible. In societies with a pragmatic orientation, people believe that truth depends very much on situation, context, and time. They show an ability to adapt traditions easily to change conditions, a strong propensity to save and invest, thriftiness, and perseverance in achieving results.
Indulgence and restraint. France scored somewhat in the middle, 48. where is concerned indulgence versus restraint. This is combination with a high score on the uncertainty, avoidance, and bias that the French are less relaxed and enjoy life less often than is commonly assumed. In neither France score not all that high on the happiness indices.
Direct and indirect culture. French are diplomatically communicating in the direct way. This is due to the country's high degree of individualistic, which people tend to speak directly of what they feel and think. But Thailand adopts indirect communication, which means Thai people communicate without saying it clearly. Indirectness is a politeness scheme of Thai speaker because uh, Thais feel that implicitness is more common than facing it, and it demonstrates respect of, to, for the people they are talking to.
France is believed to be a high context due to the reason that French society has adopted social hierarchy and has strong behavior norms. In Thai culture, laws of communication are originally transmitted by the way of using contextual elements and are not clearly stated. For example, a person said that body language and tone of voice.
French people do not express their feelings and emotions through their facial expression. This is because French people are conservative. Thus, this kind of nonverbal practice is considered as rude.
Business communication in France, the do's and the don't. And the allowable to improve on business communication. Some of them are addressing others using monsieur and madame. French is like the titles, formality, and high level of politeness are highly critical in France. And introducing yourself using your first and last name. The basic introduction in French is Je me présente, meaning let me introduce myself. Friends tend to order last names first and first name second, using a brisk, light handshake. French style handshakes are known to be brisk and light. Handshakes are loose with only 1 to 2 movements. Wearing quality business attire even it is Friday. This concept of casual Friday is not widely known in the French workplace. So wearing sneakers and sweater is not well perceived in French workplace.
This is a list of the don'ts that are behaviors that you must not have in France when you are in business traveling. Friends are proud of their language. The real best way for foreigners to show respect for that is to do their best to speak French, even if their pronunciation is not really what it should be. Question about wealth should never be done. When you are having a conversation, you should not ask the question, how much do you earn? Asking a question like that one can be seen like an attempt to the privacy of your friend's counterpart. Since money is not part of the typical discussion subject, try not to impress your counterpart with your wealth. During a business meeting, you should not try to impress your counterpart with your wealth. In France, showing off your wealth is considered bad taste.